Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel. In this video I would like to share with you a new product line from Bug Knives USA. This is the Sprint. So basically you have three options you can choose from. The first one, the cheapest, is the Select Bug Sprint Select, which is offered in three different variants with some kind of glass reinforced nylon handle. Then you have the Pro version, which comes in two variants: Burlap Micarta, which is this one, or marble carbon fiber. And the third one is the Ops Pro, which has a black and blue G10 handle scale. Okay, so this is the information about the product number. You can also search for it if you like. Here's also the number again. This version is intended for outside the US. I did order it from France, and the company that I found a good deal is called couturecollection.com. If you are like me from Europe, then go check them out. Inside the package was also this letter of thanks or thank you, and basically they are informing you that they have more than 8,000 items from 200 manufacturers, so check them out. I will also put some links down below, and let's talk about the specifications. So when the Bug did release the information that they will be producing this new line at the start of 2019, I was really excited, because let's face it, we need more micarta handle scales. They are mostly put on fixed blades, and only few companies are making folders with micarta, so I was really happy to have the option and buy it. So now let's see the specifications. Okay, like I mentioned, this is the model number 0841 BRS. It has a CPM S30V satin finish saber or hollow grind blade. This will come really handy when you are using your angle sharpener. You can put it on the flat part and then sharpen it as you like. Out of the box comes really nicely sharp, so they put a really nice angle there. We have an overall length of 7.5 inches or 19 centimeters. The blade is 3 inches or 7.7 centimeters. The blade thickness is 0.12 inches or 3 millimeters. The handle length is 4.3 inches or 11 centimeters. The handle thickness is 0.5 inches or 1.2 centimeters. The handle width is 1 inch or 2.7 centimeters. And the blade width is 0.9 inches or 2.4 centimeters. The weight comes in at 88.8 grams or 3.1 ounces. So it rides on ball bearing washers. As you can see here, it's really nicely and smooth. Has only one position on the pocket clip. I will try to show you now some pictures of the inside of the knife. I did take it apart to examine the construction, because it's really interesting, to be honest. As you can see here, the liners are nested and are not milled in any way on shape or form, only the cutout here for the liner lock. The channel for the washer is what I would say only stemmed out, so they did no milling work like other companies do, which is really interesting. So here is a close-up to the configuration. So this is the channel for the blade. And once again, the D shaped for the is always good to have, because it will not travel around when you are disassemble knife. And here is the close-up on the, they use some kind of phosphor grease or something like that. The detent, I will be talking about the detent. Here's the configuration, how it looks like on where it is. So there is a milling out for the detent, and like I mentioned, the clip is only one position, so it will not function if you would like to mount it in opposite direction. Okay. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the downsides of the knife. So firstly, I have to mention this is a USA made product, so yeah, it is a little bit more expensive than just your standard S30V and Micarta scales. They're for sure they're asking premium or a little bit more than standard for them. But let's look about the centering. So this should not be favoring one side, in my opinion, if I'm paying the price. But then in the past with Buck, we know their knives favor one side for some reason, don't know why. But this could be probably mitigated by playing with the detention. And you know what? Let me bring here the screwdriver. Okay. This is the wrong bit. Okay, it's a T10, so let's see how do in the camera. Okay, so when I loosen up the tension, it looks like I got a perfect centering. But then we have side-to-side play. So don't get me wrong, the knife is perfectly smooth, but this should not be happening on a $120 MSRP knife. So I rather have it screwed down. I have the same action, no blade play, but it is off-centered, and yet it could rub the blade right here. So just keep keep it as it is, and maybe I will try some modification. But if this bothers you, then yeah, this will be not a good option for you. So keep that in mind. Okay, here is the close-up to the blade. You got the satin finish. Let me wipe down just quickly here. Okay, so here is the grain. And for me, this was the first time I got the Burlap Micarta. Usually when I'm getting some micarta handle scales, that they are the canvas or linen micarta. So this variant here, definitely it's a really nice material. If you hadn't experienced it, then I highly recommend go check out some knives that have micarta. Definitely my favorite material on an EDC knife. Yeah. And also, as you can see here, the detent is really weak. Just open out it. As you can see there, I don't know if it has something to do with the configuration of the milling, like I showed you the picture, or I don't know what's going on. In my opinion, it cheapens the whole experience of the knife. If this was a $50 knife, then I would say okay, but then of course we have a lot of competition in that price range, so around 120, which is the MSRP of this version. I don't know. So let's talk about the pricing. The Sprint Select, so the cheapest version, will cost you $60 MSRP. The Pro with the Burlap Micarta is $120, and the marble carbon fiber is $180. The Ops Pro with the G10 is $150. So I don't know if those pricings are good, how to say it, because yeah, let's face it, you can still get, like I mentioned, a way cheaper. I don't know the current pricing about the Select, the Vintage Select, and the Vintage Pro and the Vintage Avid, but they have a really nice variants in this line. So this is a really excellent EDC knife in my opinion. I don't know if I paid $60-70 for this one. This is S30V, nice polished G10. Yeah, you can get it even cheaper with just the plastic handles, and they also offer you nice wooden handles in the Avid line, which is an Avid variant. So I don't know. If I would recommend this knife to anybody, this is a complicated question. Probably I would not, just because we have things like this. And yes, I know these are two different knives and two different companies, two different even countries. This is China, this is US. But I have to keep it real here on my channel. If something is not as good as it seems, then I will talk about it. And these go for around $65-69. So yeah, if you are comparing it with the 120, yes, I know somebody will say, but 120 is MSRP. Okay, I did some research before I bought this knife, of course, and lots of sites have it for $100. Those are USA based sites. If you go here over to Europe, these go for around 117, 120, 110 euros, which is almost as the full MSRP price, even sometimes more. And you have to consider that lots of resellers here in Europe will charge you shipping. So yeah, I did pay 10 euros only for shipping for this one. So there is where is the value then? But yeah, the 111 from Tucson, in my opinion, is probably one of the best EDCs. Lightweight, good action, perfect blade shape for $69. And if Tucson would make a micarta handle scale on this knife, then it will be probably perfect. I did find a really similar knife to this one with micarta, and I will try to get one as soon as I can, as the money is available to me to buy more knives for the channel, and then I will make a comparison. But that will be on a later point. Okay, so let's quickly do, because we are over 60 minutes right now. Let's do the pocket profile. So as you can see here, nicely deep carry, and I really don't know why they did not go with the tried and true deep carry from the vintage line. They could probably make a position somewhere here. Well, it is what it is. Okay, the action, like I mentioned, is really nice. It's almost like on the Shirogoros knives, if you know them, but then of course you have to put pressure. If you are putting just slightly, then it will not open, so you have to. And there are push button and also light switch, it depends, but both are functional. Okay, size comparisons really quickly. So Buck Vantage Pro, Delica 4, small griptilian, a large griptilian, let's see, okay, Skyline from Kershaw, and by Dozier, $940 from Benchmade, and I have here also my old SNG with the custom micarta scales. So yes, I would probably suggest, if Buck would do some QC, quality control, or something like Spyderco has, so a constant quality improvement, and they will probably mitigate these problems with the centering. Maybe just drill out the channel grooves for the washers, but yeah, who knows. Maybe they will, maybe they not. Yeah, it is up to you. If you like some really nice Burlap Micarta scales on a knife and don't want to buy a knife, then make a custom scale from a custom knife maker that will cost half the price of the knife, then this is one option out there. Yeah, there are, like I mentioned, only a few companies that are offering micarta handle scales on folders. So I would love to see more in the future. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave comments down below. I will try to put all informations in the checkbox, so check it out. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Have a nice day.